Sorry guys, I'm just now getting back to some replies that I definitely didn't get notifications from YouTube, which was kind of really messed up because usually I'll see them in like my notification folder, and I did not receive half of these comments I'm finding on my videos. So I'm super sorry if I missed some of your guys' comments and didn't comment back. But I did take a screenshot of your comments from my son's phone. Um, and so a question I had noticed that had came up was about the cushion grip. Um, I actually did it again last night. I didn't glue them in today just because I had a sore spot on my gum right here. Well, it's on the inside because yesterday the glue had came off. And I went to go eat a cheeseburger last night, and my denture literally flipped up and then came back down and scratched the holy hell out of the inside of my gum. So I wasn't trying to glue that in today. My son, he changed the settings on his phone so it like blacks out every, like, I think it's like 5 seconds or something like that. It's super annoying. So I'm gonna get in here and change that for a second. So just so I can go through these questions, I had to send them to him. But he's got an Android, and I haven't had an Android in a long freaking time. His phone's like ancient. Let's see, time. I don't know exactly what it's called on the Android, and I'm not finding. Let's see. Get out of there. Display. Nightlight. Oh, there it is. Yeah, he's got it set at 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so back to that. Let me see where the first comment. She says the first comment is from Cynthia. Excuse me if I can't really. I have contacts in and I need my glasses on so I can read up close. But her comment first comment is from Cynthia, and she says, I find your vlogs super helpful. Thank you. I try to be very informative and as honest as I can, and exactly what I'm going through and what I'm doing, and I am doing my best. Sometimes I have a difficult time, um, but I'm trying my best, and thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your journey. You're welcome. You're very welcome. I'm trying. Like I said, I'm trying super hard. Um, it says, did I miss a vlog about where you got the cushion grip? I'm thinking I'll be needing that. No, I think my videos are kind of backwards. I post one, and then maybe it might have been the one after the one it's like kind of mixed up in my phone. So I apologize for that. But I got cushion grip off of Amazon, and I think it was like $7 or $8, something like that. It wasn't even that expensive. At least I didn't think it was. But I can't remember exactly the exact cost of it. But yeah, I did get it off Amazon. I just typed in cushion grip for dentures, and it pops right up. I just found, like, I looked for the lowest, because there's like numerous sellers on there that are selling it, so I just looked for the cheapest one, and I just bought, like, I think I bought 2 tubes of it, and so, which I lost a tube. Yeah, lost a tube, so while I'm packing, I gotta look for that, because I really need it, the second tube. Because I did do cushion grip again last night. I'll show you. You can see it right there. I did a lot better with it this time. You can see it a little here. I leave a lot in the back because it touches, like, the sharp edges of my denture on the bottom touch that ridge back here, and it hurts so bad. So I left a lot back there and then a lot on the inside. I mean, who really pays attention to the inside of your mouth anyways? Really, when you smile, really the main thing that they're paying attention to is, you know, your smile, your top teeth. And unless you're like literally pulling down your lip, nobody's gonna really notice unless it gets up here. You want to trim it further away from your teeth because people do notice that, and people do notice teeth, you know. So you want to trim it at least to, whoops, drop that phone. You want to trim it to, hold on, let me get this phone a little closer. You want to trim it to at least a little over, ow, my nail is like super sharp. At least right there. Because if you trim it around the edge, it's going to be super sharp and it's going to be extremely painful. If you guys would like me to do a video the next time I put in the cushion grip on how I do it, I can do that for you. The one thing I will tell you is it is very, I mean, very painful when you first shove it in and push your denture up into it. Into like the, what do you call that? I don't know, the material. It's not material. Let me get the cushion grip. Yeah, let me get the cushion grip real fast and I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. This is what I got left of this tube, but let me see if I can squeeze a tiny bit out. So you're supposed to stick this in hot water for like 5 minutes. It's pretty much to heat this stuff up, so it's like sticky, and it's like that. Literally looks like that. It stinks too, by the way. But it doesn't taste gross or nothing like that. And I usually do it like this. I just stretch it a few times, maybe 3 or 4 different times like that. And then I'll literally roll it into a snake like that. So a little snake. And then I put it in the, so when you take your denture out, you'll have that like ridge around where your gums sit. I stick this right there, and then I stick my denture in and I shove my gum into this stuff to the point where I feel like it's secure, and it's as far as I can't talk. It's as far as it can go. So you're pushing, it can only go up so far. And then I stick both my top and bottom in, and then I bite down like this. That way my gums get down in there really good. And then I do the same. Sometimes, see, my bottoms are different probably than everybody else's because they're like lopsided. I don't know how to explain it to you. So I have to push. I use my fingers and I push down on the back, and then I also push down in the front because look. See? I have a gap right there, so when I do this and push down, only thing that's pushing down is my fangs. So I usually use my fingers and push down my bottom. And then I do that to my top too, because I push down here and then push down here. And I make another snake and I lay it across the roof right there, so that way it gives a little bit of an extra, I don't know, suction, I don't know how to put it, so that way everything fits well. I don't have no glue in it, my denture's not moving, see? The top's not moving at all. Um, so yeah, and this is kind of like what the material, that's the material that I got out of that. Now, it's gonna look a lot different when you put it in the hot water. I just pulled that straight up from the tube, and it's gonna be sticky on your fingers a little bit. That's okay. Really, I just... Oh, and another thing, your denture has to be completely dry. It cannot be wet at all, because if it's wet, the cushion grip will not stick. The cushion grip will come right off, and then you just kind of wasted material. So a few tips. If you guys want me to make a video on it, I can. I still have to put in my husband's denture. So a few tips: dry your denture out. Use a hair dryer. You ain't got a hair dryer, you can use... I use a towel. I don't use a hair dryer. I use a towel and I just look at it and make sure it's completely dry, the whole thing, because I don't want the bottom being wet and then the top being dry, and then I take a risk on getting the inside wet. So I dry the I get so tongue tied now. I dry the entire denture off with a little hand towel. Um, and I just scope out the inside, and I make sure all those little crevices are nice and dry. That way the cushion grip will stick to the denture, and I do the same thing with the bottom. The top for me is a little bit more difficult than the bottom because you only have this little horseshoe. Top is that whole freaking plate, so I have to make sure the thing is completely dry. So if you guys got any more questions, I'll do another video. The next question is, she loves my hot, this is Leanne 7777. She loves my eye makeup. She loves my eye makeup. Thank you so much. I try so hard to do makeup sometimes. I feel like I kind of suck at it. So I try to do my best though. Thank you though. This is from Leanne as well. She says, I love your videos. Thank you. Love you. I swear we could be best friends. Yeah. I told you, check me out on Instagram. We can talk. I'll inbox you and talk to you a lot. I'll be friends with you. Same. This is from Leanne as well. Do you have to wait to put cushion grip on your gums when they heal? As much as it burns from the alcohol in it, I would recommend you waiting until your gums heal to put cushion grip on. I don't know why, but everybody I've seen that uses cushion grip complains about the burn, and other people that use cushion grip and dentach are pretty much the same thing. And I've seen people complain and saying dentach is worse than cushion grip. The burn is worse. And for me, that burn, it's like, wow. It only lasts for like maybe 2 or 3 seconds the most, maybe a little longer. I don't know. I never time it. I just know I sit there, I breathe in and out. I'll show you. I go. I literally close my eyes. I'm like, just because, I mean, wow, that burn from the alcohol really sucks. But I feel like the ending result of it is worth it, because like the other day I was eating those pork rinds, and I had attempted to try those pork rinds prior to that, and I was unable to eat them. And I was able to eat those pork rinds with the cushion grip. And then Saturday, no, was it Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday. We went out to eat, and we went to the Mexican place in town, and I was unable to eat a lot of, how do you say it, more harder foods, I guess you would say. Um, I was still having to eat the soft foods because I could not chew. And Saturday we went to a Mexican restaurant and I was like, I really want tacos. But I was like, maybe I'm gonna test this. I'm gonna test this cushion grip. And I got it's called carnitas. Um, what was it? Ugh. I forget things very easily. Dang it, I'm gonna have to Google it now. Carnitas chimichangas. Oh, there you go. I don't have to Google it. So I got carnitas chimichangas and I got carnitas chimichangas and I got it with rice, no beans. I don't like beans. Rice and then their little side salad. It comes with like a little. It has like lettuce and tomato and sour cream. And it's supposed to be guacamole, but I don't like guacamole. Um, So I got that and I was like, I wonder if I can bite into this fried tortilla, you know. It's got cheese on it and stuff, but you know the ends are really, really thick, and so when you get dentures, you'll find if you already have dentures, then you know if you're getting if you don't have dentures yet and you're getting dentures, you'll find out. But if you have dentures currently and you're at 5 weeks, I'm at 5 weeks, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But I was like, man, I wonder with this cushion grip in if I can eat this fried tortilla that's covered in cheese and filled with carnita meat, which is pork meat. Um, and I bit into the fried corner and I was chewing and chewing and chewing, and I was like, oh my god. I looked at my husband grinned real big because he's been watching me for a week suffer with that freaking soft food and in pain eating, and he just grinned real big. I was chewing and chewing, but I was covering my mouth, but you can see, that you can see like my cheeks raised because I'm smiling. But I was doing that while I was chewing, and I was so happy because I could eat that chimichanga, and I was getting the meat out of it because I wanted to see if I could eat the meat, and I'm chewing on the meat and eating the rice, and I was eating a little bit of that little salad there with the sour cream, and I was just beyond happy. And then I took some of the chips they give you, and I was like, I wonder. So I took the chip, dipped it in my sour cream, took a bite of it, chewing on it, and I lit up like a light bulb. I was like, oh my gosh, I can eat the chip with the sour cream. I was super, super, super happy about that. Then we went to Long John Silver's and I got the fish meal again, and I was able to eat that hush puppy really well. And I was able to eat the fish very well, very well, very well. And I was able to eat some of those waffle fries, but I don't know what it is with these fast food these days, but sometimes you get fries and they're fresh, and sometimes you get them and they really taste like they had been sitting there a while, and you're like, I don't want that. And that was pretty much the way these were. Them waffle fries that Long John Silver's has now, they tasted like they had been sitting there a long time. So I was like, no, thank you. Um, and then yesterday we went to the Colts game in Indianapolis at the Lucas Oil Stadium, and I got some nachos and cheese, but my cushion grip didn't set well the first time. It set well this time, but it didn't set well the first time. So, and I didn't really glue them in that well. Yesterday, I didn't put a whole lot of powder on them. So when I went to go bite into, well, I got nachos and cheese, and I got pretzels and cheese, and I also got 2 Cokes in their souvenir cups. And when I went to go bite in the pretzel and cheese, the pretzel that they had given me was like super tough, and it wasn't soft like it was freshly made. It was like it had been sitting there a long time. Excuse me, sorry. So it popped up my denture. Yeah, that sucked because when I went to go eat those chips, that sucked. I was able to eat them. That I'm not saying I wasn't able to eat them. It just kind of sucked after that because I just didn't want to eat anything else. My husband came over because him and his brother went to go get some food too, and he came over and he had like this. Oh my goodness, that hot dog was so big. I'd never seen a hot dog that big before. Holy crap, the thing was huge. Um, but he had me rip some of it off to see if I can eat it, and it was so tender and delicious. It was a beef hot dog, and I was in heaven. That was so good. I was able to chew that just fine. Um, and he ended up giving me. I didn't want the bread and all that, so I ended up ripping off the two ends off of his hot dog, and it was like super delicious. But it was so funny because I couldn't eat the rest of the stuff, so I just kept giving it to him, and he was like, he looked at me and he said, "What the f, babe?" He was like, "You think I need all that?" And I was like, "Yeah." But I was just joking with him, but he was like, he laughed with me. We were laughing, but yeah. And then today, really, I had some French fries from McDonald's. I had some French fries from McDonald's. It's 5 o'clock. I had some French fries from McDonald's, and what else did I have? Oh, lemonade from pink lemonade. No, strawberry lemonade. Yeah, strawberry lemonade from Starbucks. That's really all I had today. Um, I've been super stressed out today though. Uh, Moving and other things and getting shit together. I've been super stressed out. But the good news is my dentures. I have not moved all day today, and I'm still trying to navigate to talk because I'm using my tongue and acting like I have to hold up my denture. So I have to learn not to do that. Um, and I have trained myself to do talk like that, and I have to somehow unteach myself that. So, um, that's why I sing in the car and things like that, because I'm tired of holding my tongue out. Um, let's get on to the next question. Sorry, I ramble a lot. Um, it does have a smell to it, and I haven't noticed, yeah, not really bad, but no, not really. It doesn't really taste bad. It has a nasty smell to it. Um, yeah, it's got like this chemically smell to it. Um, this question is this question is also by Leanne. Sorry, it doesn't taste bad. That I can think of. It doesn't taste bad. It smells bad. It smells like chemicals. Which I'm starting to wonder. People says it's the alcohol in it, but I'm wondering if like the chemicals in it is what causes the burn, and it's not the alcohol. It could be the alcohol. I don't know, but the burn is a little downfall to it. But the fact that you can eat really well afterwards, I feel like is the pro of it, and it's worth dealing with a little bit of a burn to get the benefits of being able to eat. So for me, I'm gonna continue using cushion grip because of the fact that I know I can eat well with the cushion grip. Um, but the burn does suck. When should I use it? I'm not gonna lie. I did talk to another creator on TikTok, and she said she used hers at 5 weeks. Last week was 4 weeks for me, and I started using it. See, Tuesday would have made 4 weeks, and Tuesday made 2 weeks. I cannot talk today. I'm so sorry, guys. Tuesday made 4 weeks that I had my dentures, and I believe it was Thursday that I put in the cushion grip. No, I did it Thursday night. That's when I did it. Wow. I did it Wednesday night. I'm so sorry. I did it Wednesday night, and Thursday was when I was eating that food. Um, so I did it 4 weeks and 2 days after having extractions and immediate dentures. And then I did it again last night, which made it almost 5 weeks. I'm 5 weeks tomorrow, but I did it again last night, and just because I was new at doing it, and so I don't think I put enough of the cushion grip on the bottom, so I think that's why it didn't sit well on the bottom. So I just tore it all out and redid it. But it does say on the box that it lasts 7 days. But I tore mine out and did it again just because I felt like I didn't do it right the first time. But I did it good this time because these teeth are not moving. This one is, but the bottom doesn't stay like the top. This one's kind of moving just because I pulled on it. But it's stuck in there. I, I find myself on a daily doing that. Just going like this. Because I'm not used to having as much teeth. But yeah, I would recommend at least waiting 4 weeks. Um, if you can go until 5 weeks, that would be better. But I did it after 4 weeks. I mean, my gums were healed. And from my understanding, you cannot do cushion grip until your gums are healed. So I waited 4 weeks. If you want to do it after 4 weeks, I did. I don't know if I was supposed to, but I did. And I did not tell my dentist I did that. Nope. I mean, my gums are healed, and I cannot get a soft reline until 3 months. That's what they told me. So cushion grip for the win. My teeth are loose, and I'm about 2 weeks into extractions, and my gums are getting sore. So what I was told when mine started doing that, because my gums were sore and I was 2 weeks out, was to take the powder. I don't know if you got any of the Fix-It-It powder. I know Polygrip makes it too, but I use the Fix-It-It. Take the Fix-It-It powder and the roof of your denture. This one, not where your extraction sites are, just the roof. Sprinkle some of that cushion grip. Sprinkle some of that powder on the roof of it. Don't let it get down where your denture sits on your gums, just on that roof of it. And then take it and put it in your mouth. If you accidentally get a little over the edge, it's okay. That's fine. Just make sure you're not dumping it all the way around there. I've actually accidentally got it over the edge, and I mean, it burned a little bit when it touched my gums, but I ignored it. But I took it and I held it up there. I took my thumb, because it's the biggest well, whatever. It's the biggest finger you have. And I held it there and I pushed up as much as I could. And I just held it there for like 30 seconds. I counted to 30 in my head. And then I let go and it just stayed in place. The bottom really, I mean, yeah, it's going to move around. It's going to cause some soreness. There's really nothing you could do for that. That's what they told me. I just had to deal with it and take ibuprofen. But I had enough pain meds that she gave me enough that those pain meds lasted me a week, and then the second week I lived off an ibuprofen. And I did not chew or nothing. I still was eating that soft food. I found that like raviolis and SpaghettiOs filled me up, and so that was what I pretty much lived on. Now I can't even look at raviolis. I ate ramen one night, and that was so... The beef broth was, I don't know how to explain it to you because I hadn't ate meat in 2 weeks. So eating that ramen and drinking the broth from that beef soup, it just felt so comforting, because I wanted that flavoring from the meat, and I got it in that ramen. I only ate that chicken noodle soup that first night, yeah. And I didn't even eat the noodles or nothing like that. I was eating the broth from it. It was one of the cups that you're supposed to sip on. I was just spooning the broth in my mouth. Um, I know they're sore, honey, but the bottoms, there's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta kind of pretty much deal with it. That's the way I was told. I didn't want to put any powder or nothing over at that second week because everything was still like tender and sore, and I just didn't want to deal with it. Um, the yeah, I do think you should at least put the powder on the roof of your mouth though. Definitely there. Um, I have used that paste stuff. I can't. No, no, thank you. The cleanup afterwards that you have to do on your gums. I have seen people say to use Seabond strips because it's like soft and it's like soft and you sink your gums into it and it helps with some relief. But my husband told me that it's like slimy when you pull off your dentures, and he said you can feel it in there. He said it's like really slimy. But so I haven't tried those. But when he told me that, I have like sensory issues, like certain things, like if I touch something and like the feel of it, it'll give me like the tingles. Um, or like certain things in my mouth, I don't like it. So I can't deal with something like that. But if you don't have sensory issues, you don't have like feelings of disgust, like slimy things being in your mouth, I would try it. It might cause some relief for you for the soreness. Once I heard slimy, I was like, no. But I did see, like, there was this man I watched here on YouTube actually one time, and before I got my dentures, and he was saying that I think he was 3 weeks out, and he said that he had been using C-Bond since the second week. So try, if you don't have a problem with stuff slimy fillings in your mouth, try the C-Bond strips. They might actually make you feel better. I seen them at Walmart the other day. They're like $6 or $7. Make sure you look at the box though, because I seen two different boxes. One were just the tops, and then the other box showed the tops and bottoms inside of it. So, but I never used them. Um, I think I screenshot that twice. Um, the powder doesn't taste bad to me at all. It just tastes like kind of like mint. But I don't use water when I put the liquid in my dentures so the powder will stick. I use mouthwash. I just use whatever cheap was from Walmart, cheap mouthwash, and then I put it in there a little bit around right here, and then I just kind of pour it over my roof, and I squeeze the powder in there around this part, and then on the roof, and then I squeeze like a thick layer of it, and I let it sit there for maybe a minute or so, and then I do the same thing with the bottom. I put the mouthwash in there, make sure there's enough in there that's all the way around, and then I squeeze the powder in there and I let it sit for a minute, and then I push it up in there and it stays all day. And yeah, I can eat with the powder. The only thing I will say is that do not drink too much liquids because it will pop it off, the glue off in your bottom. If you have bottoms, it's worse. The top, it takes a little bit more. If you're using that much powder like I do, well, let me backtrack. I don't just pick it up and pop it in there with all that powder in there. I take a regular red disposable Solo cup, and I'll tap off some of the powder. I don't just aggressively tap it off. I just lightly tap it off, and whatever falls off, falls off. The rest of it I shove in my mouth. Um, so yeah, I can eat with it. Um, I can chew with it as well, but I also have cushion grip. But before the cushion grip, I could eat with it and I could chew with it, depending on what I was eating. Soda pops the bottom off fairly fast. Any liquid actually pops the bottom off fairly fast. Um, Try to chew with both sides of your mouth. I know it's going to be difficult, but break off a piece of whatever you're eating and stick it on both sides. That way your bottom's not rocking back and forth. I'm stubborn and I eat with one side of my mouth. My bottom just flops around. Now it doesn't, but it used to. Um, so, yeah. Um, the powder is super helpful. I don't like any of the paste and stuff like that. That cleanup afterwards is nasty in your mouth. It is disgusting, and it does cause gagging for me. It makes me gag so bad. And then I get disgusted, and no. I don't like any of the powders. Or not the powders, but the paste. I like the powder. I've never used the Polygrip powder, but I do use the Fix-It-In powder. That comment was by Leanne as well. Leanne says, what conditioner is good for dry hair? I like Nexus. You can find it in Sam's Club. The shampoo is $20 and the conditioner is $21. I'm not really too sure why they charge different amounts for each. But yeah, you can find it in Sam's. I buy the white and the gray bottle. I'm out of it right now. I'm actually using Garnier Fructis, and I bought the what is that one? The coconut oil one or something like that. It's like a brown bottle. I bought that one this time, but usually I use the Nexus. And then I'll just buy, sitting on the floor. Ow. So, after I get out of the shower, I use this. This is the Quenching Coconut Curls Frizz Defining Curl Style Cream, and this is by OGX. I bought this from Walmart. And it's in the section where you buy like your shampoo and conditioner, and it looks just like this. Hold it there for a second so you can look at it and write it down. And then I use this. This is what I just started using, and this is super good. I love it. My hair is like super soft, and my ends actually look a lot better. And then before that I was using this. And I also got this from Walmart as well. I swear by those products. I had bleached, damaged hair. My hair before, when I first met my husband, my hair was down to my butt. And then I went in one time to get a trim, and she cut all my hair off. I was really pissed off. And I continued. When I moved in with him here where I live now in Martinsville, Indiana, I was bleaching my hair constantly. I went, 3 years bleaching my hair constantly. Badly bleaching my hair, and 2 to 3 times, plus on top of bleaching my hair 2 to 3 times, I was toning it afterwards. And yeah, so my hair was in really bad shape. And then I started taking care of it, and when just a year ago, I had cut off all my dead ends, and my hair was about right to here. Now, just a year later, and it was super damaged. It looked extremely unhealthy. Now I just washed it today. So now my hair, if I pull it straight, hold on, let me get it to all go right here. if you look at it, it looks super healthy. And if I pull it straight, it's about right here now. And the back of it is a bit longer than the front, only because I cut my hair myself. And let's see, the back of it goes down my back. The back of it is longer than the front, but I cut my own hair because I don't trust them hairstylists anymore after they cut all my hair off. So it is growing. It looks a lot healthier. It's not dry and brittle no more, and it feels extremely soft. I just do one pump of that, the white bottle of the cream stuff. That's like a cream. It's like a lotion type material. You'll see it when you buy it. It's like a lotion. And I pump that into the palm of my hand, just one pump, and then I do one pump of the actual oil, and then while my hair is wet, I just crunch it up into my hair and focus more to the ends of my hair because that's where it's damaged the most. So I hope that helped you. Leanne says, I have to get my bottom partials before I'll be able to eat anything besides soup and mini raviolis. My bottom gums have to heal before they can put partials in. How long did it take for your gums to heal? About 2 to 3 weeks, something around there. I think I was healed by 2 weeks, maybe 3. But like I said, that first week, I laid on like a bunched up blanket. Like it was bunched up like a ball almost, and I laid on that to relieve a lot of the pressure, to like reduce some of the swelling. And yeah, I laid on that, and then I also had that jaw, I don't remember what it was called, it was like a jaw thing with ice packs, and I got off Amazon, and I kept that on my face to reduce the swelling, and I kept that ice cold. I tried it hot once, I didn't like that. So yeah, it took about 2 weeks, maybe 3 for my gums to completely heal, but I think it only took 2.5 weeks, 2 to 2.5 weeks. Fun fact, my sister told me that your mouth is the fastest, I don't know how to say this. My sister told me that the fastest healing part of your body is your mouth. Yeah, that's what she told me. So, I don't know if that's true, but that's what she told me. I guess the only way to know that is if you get a cut on your arm and you get a tooth taken out at the same time, you'll know which one heals faster, but we're just going to go with what my sister said. Who's this? This says, Kathy, I'm so sorry, I can't read the rest of your name. Yeah, this is from Kathy. I can't read the rest of your name, sweetheart. I'm really sorry. I need to take my contacts out to read, and so this is from Kathy, and she says, how many extractions did you have? I'm so sorry. You're having a bad day. Thank you. I have to go back and see what video that's from. But I'm doing better. Thank you, though, for saying that to me. I had 17 teeth removed. I had majority of my top teeth, and I only had a few. I believe it was from here all the way to here is what I had in the bottom. I had majority of my uppers still. So for the worst part was for me is that I had still the majority of my uppers and not very many of my bottoms. And so my healing process was very different than somebody that would had a full mouth of teeth or some molars on the bottom and most of their teeth on the bottom and most of their teeth on the top. Mine was very different because I was healing faster on the bottom and not healing as fast on the top. So, and then on top of that, I had a bone spur here, and that was painful. Let me explain. That was so painful. The bone spur sucked. And from my understanding, my sister had some bone spurs after she had all of her teeth removed, and she had to pull them out the teeth. And she had all her teeth removed, and she was having bone spurs coming out for an entire year. And I was like, I only have the one. I believe I might have another one on this side. Either that or it's just sore from my denture rubbing on it before I started doing the cushion grip. But yeah, I had 17 teeth removed. Most of mine were on the top, and I had a few on the bottom still. So yeah. And lastly, Leanne says, I'm doing a little better with gagging. Yeah, I didn't have any gagging, Leanne, but if I were you, I would go to your dentist. I'm so sorry. I would go to your dentist and ask your dentist to shave down that part that's causing a lot of gagging for you. I'm a little annoyed with my dentist right now. I did ask them to shave down some of most of that plastic on the acrylic on the top or whatever that is. All of this, I have like a lot of it at the last molar on my upper. So I asked them to shave some of that off, like it's uncomfortable. And this girl literally shaves, like, I don't know how to, maybe this much off, and says, okay, is that better? Yeah, it got rid of the discomfort scratching my cheek back here, but that's not what I asked you to do. I asked you to shave all of that extra plastic off because there's too much. I can feel it. I can literally feel this denture go all the way to the back of my mouth. Because it's way too long. It's like really long, and she will not shave it down anymore because she doesn't think there's anything wrong with it. So, yeah, I'm super annoyed with them right now. I do have to go back to them for my soft reline. I don't actually have a choice in that. But yeah, super annoyed with them. You can ask them to shave that down to make it a little better so you're not gagging as much. They should have done that for you. If you told them and they didn't do it, that's kind of wrong. I think so anyways. So, yeah. I will give you guys a quick 4-week, well actually it's going on 5 weeks, but it's actually a month and a week update. So we'll just call this our month update. The month update is that I am now using cushion grip. I'm now able to chew things I was unable to chew before. My gums have shrunk down significantly. They're actually really skinny on the bottom, and they're skinny on the top. I do every now and again when I have a little bit of pain from the denture, I will gargle some salt water. I don't really like taking pills, but if I have to, I will. And I have taken a few here and there, the ibuprofen. What else? Experiencing a little bit of pain right here and here, but that's due to the denture, not because of anything else. It is because there'll be times my denture will flop and then it'll come back down, scratch my gum, and I don't know if this one is because of that, or I'm not really too sure, but I'm gonna check it up as that because my gums are healed. Yeah, that's pretty much the only update I have. Just still eating normally, gluing the dentures in. Um, Still learning how to navigate my tongue and my teeth. Yeah, that's the only update I have. I don't really have much else to talk about. I will continue to update you guys as things progress. But yeah, as of 5 weeks, I am healed and using cushion grip and not talking. I've been talking the whole time. Eating real food, which is relieving because I was sick and tired of eating that soft food. I will say this, biting into stuff with my front teeth is still really, really challenging. For example, the other day when I tried that Kit Kat, I couldn't bite down on it. I had to take it and put it in my mouth and then break it for myself. But like the chip, I did the same thing with. I took it and put it in my mouth and then broke it down. Some things, depending on if it's like a hamburger, I can semi bite into it. I can put my mouth up to it and bite it and then rip away. Put my teeth into it and then rip away. I haven't tried pizza yet. I definitely want to try pizza because I haven't had pizza in a long time and I kind of want to try and see if I can eat a piece of pizza. Yeah, other than that, I'm so behind and I'm still thinking and trying to remember things. I guess I should be doing this twice, maybe 3 times a week. That way I'm not forgetting things. Yeah, I'm just still moving along. I know the big question I keep getting is, will I get implants or permanents? No. So these are the dentures I'm going to have. I can't afford implants. Implants, that is a lot of money. A lot. It's not cheap. And this right here, my insurance paid for. So these will be my permanent dentures. I asked them if these were temps or my permanents, and she told me these are my permanents. I could later pay for dentures that fit my mouth better, but honestly, I like the way these teeth look, and there's nothing wrong with them, so I don't see the need of me spending more money on something that works for me. Yeah, I gotta glue them in. Yeah, I gotta use cushion grip, but hey, they work for me and I like them, so, and they're pretty. They're not that white, guys. These are the natural white that you can get. This is the whitest you can go naturally. There is whiter shades than this. I didn't want to look like I had fake teeth, so I went with this shade, but I do like them a lot. They're really, really pretty and they look natural, and I smile at people and they have no idea I have dentures. Like the lady for the apartment complex we're moving to, because we're living in a trailer right now, but I've got to pack up a lot of our stuff. Our roommate's actually going to stay behind, but I got to pack up this entire trailer. Well, not the entire trailer, just our stuff, and move over to the new place. But the lady today at the apartment complex we're moving into, she was telling me, she's like, oh my gosh, she said, you're wearing dentures? And I was like, yeah. I was like, why? And she was like, you don't look like they're dentures. She was like, they look so natural. And I was like, yeah. She was like, if you don't mind me asking, where'd you get those? And I told her, and she was like, I left out all that stuff that happened to me, because just because I had a bad experience doesn't mean somebody else will. Just, I have a whole, I don't want to reflect that office on something that happened to me and make it to where they don't get other patients. So I didn't bother telling her all the bad stuff that happened to me. But I did tell her where I got them. And majority of the stuff that happens to me, I think the reason that stuff was happening to me is because of things I was doing. For example, my husband writing the bad review, and then I went in there to get an adjustment, and my assumption is she was pissed off because that office manager likes to read the reviews to their entire office. I was told that second day I went in there for my, it was like that appointment the day after you have your extractions. I went in there and they let me know that they read my review, and they said that they read the reviews to their entire office. So when I went in there after my husband wrote his review, I'm assuming they were all pissed off in there over that. And she went to adjust my dentures and shaved off the whole front of it and didn't shave off where I was in pain at. Oh, and the lovely part is I told her I was in pain on the bottom, and she said she adjusted it. Well, guess what? That same area is digging again, so that just tells me that because my gums were already shrunk when I went in there to get the adjustment, and they haven't shrunk anymore since then. The bottom ones anyways, the top ones have, because I had more teeth up there. So those have shrunk up and my teeth have moved up some. Every time I put glue in it, I have to shove them up further. So, yeah. That's lovely. And the cushion grip helps with a little bit of that pain, so. But anyway, she was just complimenting on my dentures, and she was like, they're so pretty, and she was like, so what happened? Why do you need dentures? And I went back and showed her a couple of the videos I have on here from prior to me getting the immediate extractions and dentures. And she was like, oh, I see. I was like, yeah. I said, my mom's tooth actually broke in the same exact tooth that broke on mine. My mom's actually broke there too, when she was my age, actually. So I was like, I hadn't gone to my cleanings, and I was just explaining to her why I needed dentures and why they had to pull out my teeth, and she was like, well, you should have just kept your bottoms and just did those partials. And I was like, nah. I said I was just preventing the inedibles, so I just figured I'd do it all at once and get it over with. And she was like, that's understandable. But yeah, so I like how natural they look, and so for that reason I think I'm just gonna go ahead and keep them. I won't get no permanents or nothing like that. Maybe later on down the road, if I come into a position where I'm able to afford to change out my dentures for different ones, if I choose to do that, then maybe I'll do that then. But right now, we're in a hot mess. So yeah, that's my update for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.